Welcome to another video. In this special video series, I'm doing all about how to wholesale and flip houses during and as a result of the coronavirus crisis. Now, a lot of changes are happening and it's important you stay up to speed so that you can adjust and adapt quickly. With all of the uncertainty, some investors are pulling back and sitting the sidelines, but many like myself are looking to adjust and adapt and continue buying and selling and doing deals. However, those staying in the game are looking for a better deal. I call this a coronavirus discount, and on today's video, you get to look over my shoulder and watch me use coronavirus to get a better real estate deal. You'll actually see me on the phone renegotiating a contract with a seller for a lower price. Of course, I'll break it down and I'll explain it all in detail so that you can do the same thing in your market with your deals. All of that and more coming up.
This video is brought to you by Flipster, the nation's #1 real estate software, with tools for finding, funding, and flipping houses. Check it out now at getflipster.com.
If you're new here to this channel, I'm Jerry Norton with FlippingMastery.com, and this channel is all about ways to help you make money wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss new videos. This is now the 7th video I've released in this special video series, all about how to wholesale and flip real estate during and post coronavirus. Now the game is changing and I'm here to help you navigate through it and come out victorious. I've created a coronavirus playlist where you can find all of these videos, and I'll put that playlist link in the description below. Regardless if you're an aspiring or active wholesaler or flipper, if you plan on participating in real estate right now, one of the changes you need to be aware of and considering is a new adjusted buy formula. Everyone is asking me how to adjust their offer price right now during and after the coronavirus epidemic. The reality is, it's yet to be seen how soon and how much the real estate market is going to be impacted. What we do know is those that are actively buying like me want a better deal. And I call this the coronavirus discount. Active buyers are looking for a discount to offset the uncertainty and the unpredictability and to build in extra equity in the event that the market declines. Now I'll explain what that discount looks like in a minute, so keep watching. But think about a buyer right now. If you're a buyer right now, you may be thinking, I'm about to purchase this property for $240,000. Is it going to be worth $240,000 in 6 or 12 months from now? Or is the market going to decline because of COVID? Now, I don't want to overpay and lose equity, but I want to buy, so I should get a bigger discount just to be safe. That is how buyers are thinking right now. And that is happening to me with my cash buyers on my wholesale deals, and I'm doing it on my contracts with sellers. Now, to illustrate this point, let me give you an example on a fix and flip deal that I have under contract to purchase right now, and then you'll get to see me on the phone renegotiating a lower price. This is a luxury fix and flip in Scottsdale, Arizona that I currently have under contract to purchase for $1.9 million that is scheduled to close in about a month. Now, my original rehab budget was $500,000, and the back end, or ARV, I went with was $3.5 million. Now, that was pre-coronavirus. Now, I know those are really high numbers. That's not the point. Renegotiating a lower price is the principle I want to teach you, and you can apply the same technique at any price point. So because of COVID, as a fix and flipper on this deal, I'm concerned about the real estate market possibly declining by the time I come back on market after I fix it up. That's not just my concern, that's my lender's concern too. In fact, he said he didn't want to do this loan now because of too much uncertainty with coronavirus. So now what? Well, let me show you what I decided to do. I went back to the agent representing the seller to renegotiate a better deal. Now, the seller's name is Marlene, and what I explained to the agent was that my bank won't do the loan with me, and since my offer had a financing contingency, technically I can terminate the contract and get back my $100,000 earnest money, but that's not what I want to do. Instead, what I proposed to the agent was for the seller, Marlene, to do two things. First, I need her to do a seller carry on the purchase. Now that way I don't need the bank. She would finance the purchase on her own house. Now if that's confusing, stay with me, I'll explain. The second thing I asked for her to do was to decrease the purchase price 15% from $1.9 million to $1.6 million. Remember, coronavirus discount. Take a listen to how I propose this. Hey, thanks for taking a minute. I've got a couple little ones with me right now, so hopefully they'll cooperate, but I just wanted to get back to you while I kind of got all this sorted out. I spent all the way since when we hung up till now And what we're coming up with is new construction's about 600 a foot. The remodel number we feel like needs to be 425 a foot, and which puts us at about a 2.8. So what we want to do is a 299 list, sell for 2.8.
Okay.
Now maybe in 6-8 months, you know, maybe by November, December, things are better and we're at 3.2, somewhere up there. But we got to go in now with like a more conservative number, right?
Yeah, you're going to have a house right next door to you that will be on the market about the same price, but it's 2,000 square feet less.
Yeah, but it's new construction, no steps. I mean, that's hard to compete with.
True. Well, that's true. I agree.
So that's kind of the offset. You know, we're a 90s home. There's nothing we can do about that. We got steps everywhere. That's not going to have that. It's going to be brand new. So, but still, I like that we're at the same price, you know, but bigger, and we're going to look good. Because we're budgeting, and it's crazy to think it costs this much, but we're budgeting $600,000 to do the remodel the right way.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it is. I mean, we're going to fix some things. We're going to fix the bathroom downstairs, and we're going to redesign the kitchen and do some things that just starts.
I think you're a little light on that resale number, but you know, I think you can push it up around 3.1.
Yeah, maybe. But the problem is we called back the bank and we said, listen, if we can renegotiate a better deal, you know, assuming that we got Marlene to come down like we had originally talked about, where are you at, just to see. And he said, you know, guys, we're just brakes on right now. Like, I don't know. Well, we can revisit it later. But I'm like, no, we can't revisit it later because I got to know now what, you know. But we still, like I talked about it with Bob, and we still need a renegotiation on this. So kind of where we need to be for this to work. We need to be all in, you know, 2.2 for this to pencil, which means I really need to be at 1.6 with a carry. So, and I know that's not fantastic news, you know, for Marlene, but we need to be at 1.6 with a carry. We'll do an interest rate. We'll come in with the cash on the remodel and put that in, and that'll go in as equity, obviously, because it's going into the house. We would try to hit it hard and turn it in 6 months at a 299 list.
Boy, I don't know if I can get Marlene to move that much. You want to put a little proposal together in the way of an email or something that I can take to her?
Yeah, for sure. Now, I hope you were able to follow my logic on my renegotiation strategy. Notice how I didn't just give him the new adjusted proposal, but I took the time to explain to him the reasons and how I came to the new numbers. This is important because he has to go back and sell this idea to the seller, Marlene. Now, if I were talking to Marlene directly, I would use more layman terms to do the same thing. My goal would be to help her understand that I'm not trying to take advantage of her, but rather just adjusting based on this new reality, unfortunate reality, and this new turn of events with coronavirus, and explain to her how I came to my conclusions and why I was proposing a new offer. I have found that if people are open-minded and reasonable, they can see your logic, and if it makes sense, they are much more open to listen and adjust. Now, who knows if that's the case with this seller? Time will tell. So let's review my numbers again. My readjusted numbers are 2.8 million sale price, and for this deal to make sense as an investment, I need to be all in for 2.2 million, and since my adjusted rehab budget is 600,000, I need to buy it for 1.6 million. So since the current contract price is for 1.9 million, I need the seller to agree to give a $300,000 discount, which is more or less 15%. Now, on top of that, as I explained, I also need the seller to carry the purchase. This is known as seller financing. Since she owns the property free and clear, she would become the bank and I would start paying interest to her, and then later when I flip it, I would pay her off. Now, by doing this, I don't need to get a bank or hard money loan. The upside to her is she gets an interest payment, and any work I do to the property increases the value to her in her equity position. Now, the downside is she has to wait until I sell it to get her money. And if you want a more in-depth breakdown of seller financing and how this strategy works, I have a video that really explains it well. I'll put the link to that video in the description below, and you can watch it later. Now, I'll keep you posted and we'll see what the seller does here, but here's what I want you to learn from this. Take your existing buy formula right now, and until we really understand and see the real impact on the market, subtract an additional 15 to 20% from your buy price. So if you're a wholesaler and you've been following ARV times 70%, less repairs, less wholesale fee equals buy price, then your coronavirus offer is ARV times 70%, less repairs, less wholesale fee, less 15% or 20% coronavirus discount equals buy price. Then take those good deals to your cash buyers. And if you as a wholesaler have cash buyers right now backing out of deals, find out their new buy price and then go back and renegotiate a lower number with the seller and preserve your wholesale fee. So if you learned something new in this video, do me a favor, hit that like button and leave a comment and let me know your biggest takeaway from this video. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe and make sure you're following this special video series all about adapting and adjusting during and post coronavirus. This is the #1 channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping. The name of the game right now is speed to implementation. Remember, the most successful investors adapt quickly to market changes. Make sure that's you, and I'll see you on the next video.